Is he going to go with a little bit of something different today? Casting Heroes of the Storm, or at least attempting to, with Grindbet.
Hello.
Hello. So this is part of the Realmania anniversary event. It's basically a bunch of games played over a week. Today it happens to be Heroes of the Storm. The reason that the graphics settings are going to be so low is because my graphics card is currently in hospital, undergoing intensive care.
It's got cancer.
Yeah, it's got cancer. So basically, we're going to be playing a game on Tomb of the Spider Queen, which we will discuss when we get in. And currently, the two teams are picking their heroes.
Oh, that's a very strong team for Venom Strike's team.
Yeah, Lily, Sylvanas, Blank, Anubarak, and Tychus. Who's the Blank?
That would be Psyche with what's he called? The Angel dude, Tyrell.
Tyrael. Cool. So Tyrael will be one of the tanks, Anubarak from How to Do It there, with a bit of crowd control and the stuns. Also, the really powerful
the team
beetles.
Seems to lack a bit of damage, I think.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
But they are very sturdy. They will be hard to kill.
Yeah, especially if Anubarak and Tyrael get in front of Tychus and Sylvanas.
Indeed, and we also have to remember that Anubarak can do loads of damage through his beetles.
Yes.
Although none of it is really impactful in a team fight. But over
every
time,
little helps. Yeah.
Over time, it really stacks up, and those beetles are gonna follow everybody around till they are dead.
So looking at the other team there, Vala, Tyrael, Kerrigan, Brightwing, and Kel'Thas. What do we think about that?
It's hard to tell. They definitely don't have as much crowd control, obviously. But in terms of damage, I think they are quite in front of the other team.
Oh yes. Well, shall we see how it all stacks up in the actual game? Let's get started.
Yeah. So it's Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yes.
Interesting. That will be interesting.
Especially with the team that doesn't have all that much damage. I think it's going to be slightly tricky for them later on when the team fights get much more fast-paced and intense. I have a feeling... yeah.
But they have a lot of wave clear with Sylvanas, which has enormous value on this map.
Yes. Their choice of talents is going to be quite important here for Sylvanas, because they could get the minion kill buff, they could get the arrow range, wailing arrow I think it's called. But we'll have to see. So on blue team we have Consume, Ilex, Grandad, Epic Thanatos, and Matino playing Brightwing, Vala, Kel'Thas, Kerrigan, and Tyrael respectively. 3 going bottom lane. Interesting. Changing it around a little bit, so we'll have to see at the beginning. And over on red team, you've got Edkinliv, Psyche, Venom Strike, Hyderdude, and Hansi going Tyrael, Tychus, Sylvanas, Lily, and Anubarak. Moving in now, they're going to be taking the minions early game and doing a little bit of teasing before they arrive. So while they get into their positions, do you want to talk us through the map?
Yeah, sure. The map is composed of 2 shrines where you can hand in gems, 3 of 3 minions in each minion wave drop. Once you handed in the necessary amount, you will spawn a spider queen in each lane, which will push the lane, spawn even more minions, and destroy the forts. Additionally, you have the 2 loser camps and 1 boss that you can contest. No siege camps on this map. Yeah, and that's basically it. One minion, turn into jam, and raid their force.
Yeah, so we can see already up top, Kerrigan getting a little bit on low health there, needing to retreat shortly. Anubarak comes in, tries to get the stun, manages to do so on Brightwing. He is going to get out a little bit though. Kerrigan coming out a little bit, perhaps overextending a little bit, getting behind for the fountain, though it appears to be on cooldown as she's not using it. A few gems ready to turn in, but not really worth it with only 2 or 3. Down on the bottom lane you have the Sylvanas-Kel'Thas duel going on. Of course, Sylvanas can stun the minions to give her own a chance to get some damage off. Lily in the middle, constantly healing up Anubarak there. Tyrael on the blue team having to defend a little bit. Granda coming out with the Valor. Again, more stuns, so this time it's just the poking of the minions, farming up, making sure you don't get behind on the team levels. And trying not to die unnecessarily there. Venom having to heal up a little bit.
Oh, at top, a possible kill for both sides. No.
Yeah, Tyrael using his sword to teleport away. Yeah. Well, Kerrigan came back in a little bit. One grenade could really knock her out of position. But it looks as though Tyrael might be trying to flank. He will go in the range of the towers. Doesn't want to do that just yet. Now the Brightwing is right in the range there as well. Willing to avoid that at mid. Continuing the fight there, 2 on 2. Lily staying alive. And at bottom, Kel'Thas losing his health a little bit there. You don't want to do that too early. But that's a lot of gems that Hansi has.
Yeah, he really tends to hoard those things. But that might... Oh, there comes a nice minion stun inside the fort actually, and Hansi is turning in his gems.
Meanwhile up top we have a fairly large battle going on, so we can see here where the damage is really going to be impactful, because you've got 4 from the blue, just coming up now for Sylvanas there. Tyrael getting stuck back in, but now 5 of the blue team members are there, and all of the red team are slightly out of position, not exactly what they want to do at this point. They did fight them off, but the gems were turned in by blue. Going back to mid, getting the creeps there. Back up top, Brightwing just soaking the lane, so levels still very, very even indeed. Back to mid,
no
more
kills
turning
so
in.
far.
Yeah, no kills, definitely.
I would have hoped for some action, but both teams are playing very defensively.
Yeah, I mean it's good that they're not overextending, because the last thing you want to do is lose those gems that you've worked hard for. Although Sylvanas at bottom might want to pull back just a little bit if they can't keep the towers on lockdown. Now down to half. Maybe want to bait Kel'Thas out, perhaps? Up top, even more turn-in. Kerrigan on her own. Brightwing teleporting in, just to make sure. Anubarak caught a little bit out of position. He's going to use his shield to get away from the Tyrael there. Lily comes in an attempt to heal as well. Sylvanas coming up. So, yeah, they really don't have the damage to scare off the blue team here, because blue team have Kerrigan, Kel'Thas, and Valor.
But they got the first wave now.
Yes.
Playing defensively paid off.
That it did. Now we'll be able to see the web weavers spawning in from across the map. 1 in each lane. These can spawn up to 6 more spiders and can use quite powerful sort of concussive waves, as it were, every so often.
Which damages buildings as well as players.
Yes.
You don't want to get caught up in this.
And these things are even more potent late game because not only are they stronger, but because they spawn at your furthest pushed creep wave, if you've got a lane where the creep wave has pushed all the way to the core, they basically spawn at the enemy's core, and it's really not in a position you want to be in. Down on the bottom though, a fort is going to go down, I think, there. Blue team scrambling to defend it. That was a good kill from the fort there, from the web weavers. Sylvanas not needing to contest it too much, going back up to mid to help her allies there.
Oh,
Kerrigan way out of position. All we need is the Anubarak stun to get in. Will he make it? Not quite. No, Kerrigan will get away. Although she might not. She came back in towards Tychus. Anubarak just one stun on the right spot. He decides against it. Wow, Epic Thanatos almost going down there and giving the red team a bit more experience. This is a very evenly matched game. The levels are spot on.
Although the red team has a 1 level advantage right now, but at this point that's only going to affect the next 2 team fights.
Yeah.
The team that reaches 10 first will get their ultimates or heroic abilities first, and will want to engage the team fight in order to get some kills. Oh,
yeah, I think
in a tight spot.
Might even reach level 10 here during this team fight, because there's the creep wave caught right in the middle, and they can turn around and use all of their heroic abilities. Will they get 10? Not quite. All calling for a retreat there. Venom porting back, low on mana. Tyrael the same. He might get another turn in, but while they are porting back, this is going to give blue team a chance to turn in their gens and get their own web weavers. Or not, says Anubarak as he comes in to ambush. Epic Thanatos almost going down again. He might do. There's the Anubarak there. The ultimate goes down from Edku.
Oh,
wow.
Wonderful catch from Latino. Stunned 2 people.
And he also stopped them from turning in. That was fantastic. Gave his team another chance to get back into the fray. Blue team
Consume is trying to turn in a thought. It seems he will be...
Yeah, he does do so.
He will.
Well done there with the Brightwing, and they've started the Bruiser Camp as well. So that's going to be pushing along with the Web Weavers.
And will be able to kill it. However, the blue team has gotten their camp, which will help them push this lane.
It'll help them push
even
it, yes.
further.
And they will just get their level 10 and their heroic abilities just when they need it, for when red team is going to be defending. Tychus up top defending furiously against this web weaver up here. He's going to be able to do so. He might need to come back down mid though, because the rest of his team there are going to be defending against a full team push from blue. I shouldn't wonder. And of course blue team does have those ultimates. Great stun from Sylvanas, stunning the entire creep wave in one with the poison dagger there. He saw the concussive wave, and all of red team are there. Anubarak misses the stun. In comes Tyrael on Kael'thas. They're not really focusing down any heroes at this point in time. Kerrigan cupping in as well, with her ability doing damage all over the place. She is going to go down though. Anubarak caught out in the middle. Consume might be targeted down. Tyrael again. More gems being dropped, and the Tychus ultimate takes on Valor there. Consume might drop as well. He could lose all of his gems. Will he just go? No, he does survive. Wow. That was quite something there. They could push this tower.
They will, because the blue team is completely out of mana. Taking the well also only replenishes health and mana over time, so you can't engage directly after healing up with it. However, the red team decides to push top instead of mid.
Yeah.
And the blue team is chasing Sylvanas at bot lane. Will she be able to get out of it?
I doubt it, because of the Tyrael stun. She does get behind her lines. And, there's the teleport. There's the stun with the Tyrael catching up, and she doesn't quite make it.
She can't.
That was a lot of gems she just lost there.
Indeed, 12 gems.
Although, could possibly turn in at mid with the Tychus. That will get them their turn in. and the Web Weavers will spawn. Will they go back for the Bruiser camp after this? I doubt it, because they are in the midst of a semi-team fight at the bot, although it's only 2v5, really not ideal for them. And no, they decide against the Bruiser camp. The Bruiser camps, you do still have the chance to get the camps while the Web Weavers are spawning, but once they have fully spawned, the camps do disappear, and that's an option that the boss might take. Manubarak does go down there. Kerrigan again on low. Brightwing could be stunned and taken down here as well. Just takes a little bit of DPS.
And here comes the laser.
Whoa, just gets out of range. And there goes Kerrigan. Wow, could take out Valor here. Tyrael definitely goes down. He could explode though, doing a little bit of damage. It's not going to kill anyone though.
But they managed to push very far into the lane. The blue team lost a lot of gems. And not many are alive to defend against the Web Weavers.
Furthermore,
Top is completely undefended.
Top's undefended, and Sylvanas is at mid, stunning the towers, stopping the defense there. And Sylvanas against Kael'thas is an interesting matchup, but still at bottom, 4v3, don't necessarily want to engage in this too much as the Web Weaver does go down. Wow, the Tyrael just... Lily
caught
goes
Lily
down.
off guard completely.
Bashed the other two allies completely out of the way so they couldn't defend. Wow, Sylvanas just makes it away from the ultimate from Kael'thas there. And Red Team is on the retreat despite just getting the Web Weavers. Although having said that, they haven't lost a fort yet, so they are at a distinct advantage, plus 2 levels up. Ideally they don't want to engage here. Zyke needs to find a way out. Because 2v5 is not what you want to do.
Well, what you want to do is still poke, so at least some of them are not able to turn in.
Yes, but you want to poke, but not to the extent that the other person is going to come around and slap you in the face.
Exactly.
There goes the Anubarak, stunning Kerrigan, in comes the Tyrael, Brightwing caught out of position. Oh my
and
goodness!
Here comes the gang.
Oh.
A wonderful wailing arrow from Sylvanas. Matino trying to get away.
He's not going to make
but
it.
Zyke blocks one way.
This would be an ample opportunity to go and get the boss while the entire blue team is on double-figure cooldown. It looks as though that's exactly what they're doing, with Anubarak already up there, doing a little bit of damage, and the rest of them charging up there. But so many gems lost from the blue team, and they were trying to turn them in as well.
That silence turned around the whole match, and it was at maximum range. That was incredible.
Really good. I mean, it's so good when you can do that, and it gives your teammates just a couple of seconds of free ability time. And there's the boss to push top lane at a 13-16 level discrepancy there.
Anubarak is pushing with the boss, while Sylvanas is taking out a huge minion wave at mid.
Bruiser camp isn't going to have done all that much, having the blue team just worked on it there. But at top lane now, the boss being defended against by blue team. Kael'thas being pushed away by the tornado there. Anubarak and Lily continuing to poke just a little bit, collecting the gems there, possibly for another turn in. Indeed, at the mid, they do turn in 19 gems, so now only 16 more are needed. Anubarak has 9 of those. Sylvanas at bot, going to be able to pick up a good 5 or so. Lily there with a 4 from Venom, so they could get a turn in now if they all go in.
They will, but first they will have the camp. Oh, Anubarak.
He's going to lose all 12.
Yes.
Oh dear. Not ideal.
That wasn't a very good engage from him.
No, it wasn't. I think he was caught off trying to run away from top lane. But the problem with the red team at the moment is, you notice if you look at the map, they are all spread out, whereas blue team are all together. And this is exactly what you want to be doing when you're sort of in the upper half of the level tree, as it were, from sort of 13 onwards, is really stick together as a team because of the damage capabilities and the team fights and everything like that. Trying desperately to turn in at bottom. Do get interrupted by the Tyrael. There's only 1 gem there, so they could get wiped here just for the sake of 1 gem. Another Wailing Arrow gives the team a chance to reposition. Get out, Kerrigan!
The Pyroblast kills Tychus. The Pyroblast also called the Kamehameha.
Indeed. Tyrael from red team so low there, but catching a few out of position. Sylvanas chasing, takes out Vala. She is out of position now though, she doesn't want to be there. Tyrael comes back in, Sylvanas really needs healing up. Lily desperately trying to do so. Tyrael really low now, and there goes Brightwing, and Tyrael's blue team is gone. Sylvanas could die. Wow. The dodge from the Tyrael there. And that's going to give red team...
It's so painful to watch all those gems disappear.
I know. And red team get the turn in at a level 18. This is going to be a painful push, and they still have the Bruiser pushing mid, so that's going to take down that keep and the tower there as well. Kel'Thas does respawn. He is going to come in. He doesn't want to get caught off guard though, because he's going to be quite instrumental when the inevitable final defense happens to see if they can turn the game around. Because respawn timers do of course increase over time to try and stop snowballing, so at any time you can pull it back. 16 to 19 has been pulled back to a 2020 in the past. Personal experience stunning the Lily there from the Tyrael. In comes the Anubarak, preventing any more damage going on from the Lily. In comes the Jug of 1,000 cuts there, keeping her allies healed. Still no damage. Takes out the Valor from afar there with the Tyrael. Lovely from Psyche. Will they take down the other Tyrael before he gets home and dry? No, they won't. But the Kerrigan is out of position. She does go down, as does Kel'Thas there. Oh my goodness. Tychus a little bit low from Edkin.
Here comes the silence from Savannah. The blue team got white,
and that's it.
That's it. This is GG.
Wow. Lovely game there from red team, and despite us at the beginning saying they really didn't have the damage, but they had the crowd control, and the Sylvanas Wailing Arrow was used incredibly well during that game.
Indeed. Even if you have low damage, silenced healer cannot heal.
Exactly. Don't want to kill him just yet. Okay, so he's here, look.
What about... oh. Where are the boomers?
They're on their way.
He wants to die. Oh my god.
Here they go. Oh, they're getting shot. They're getting shot.
In big numbers are getting shot.
Oh no,
There's only
okay.
a few that made it. Oh, I dropped it right on top of 2 umbrellas. Kind of forgot about that.
It's fine. It's bomber snipe time.
Yep.
Hashtag one pass.
That's a one pass. Okay. GG.
It's a shame we didn't get to snipe any commanders with the fighters that time though.